Yo, hey, Bull, thank you for the sub. Appreciate you. Hi, hello. How you doing? Happy birthday, Bull. What can I do for you on stream? It's your birthday. I feel like it's only right to give the love. Sturdy Barbecue, how you doing, babe? Joe Byron, take notes. That meme is already old, and yet we still love it. All right, so check this out. I feel like you'll like it. I built this because I use these boxes in all of my branding. This is a shape layer, and there's a shape for each side of the X, the X out box, the top bar, and the center bar. And I have used expressions to map everything to move correctly. There's a little bit of math going on. So yeah, I can adjust the size of the box, and I also have it so I can change the inside color. I can do a green if I'm doing like a key, and so this allows me to make the windows that I need. Gotta do the anime glasses push. You think you can come in here and work in an 8-bit workspace? You got another thing coming. We're gonna make, what does that say? churchgraymart.com/links. All right. Let's set our background color something so we can see transparency. Black. You got another thing coming. I sound like Duke Nukem. You want another sexy tip? Go into your text, alt click the source text, and you're gonna do this layer dot name. And now, whatever I name this layer, churchgrimart.com/links, it will automatically update. If you have to do a lot of little pieces of type, this is a massive time saver. Click this little box, preserve underlying transparency. So basically this will stay solid until something as long as there's something underneath it. We see here, if there's anything transparent below it, it won't show, and then we can actually blur. You can see here, it'll update to the amount of transparency with the underlying objects. Okay, so we need to go CG box width 50, ease in, whoosh. We'll have it exit as well. Let's pick the sounds. What I've been liking using is Xphora. So this is a glitch VST. This is one of their free ones. Bit much. We're gonna take the audio way down, like -12. Oh, I gotta change the color. I recently went through all of my colors. If you go to edit, preferences, and labels, you can not only change all the colors in here, but you can also change the titles of them. I have actually gone through and made colors and names for all the items, and then these, which are just free colors. Utility items, 3D lights, text, footage, stills, but then I also can just do it red. I feel like it needs something over top of it, right? Let's do a pix dither, darken the center of this, and then position. Let's just drop a glitch on there. This is our green screen layer. Don't add a green screen layer behind everything, like a big solid or shape or whatever. All the effects that you do on your stuff are gonna get blended into the green screen. I just get an adjustment layer and I do a solid composite, and that will fill all of the alpha with whatever color. Pure green, and bam, bing, bang, boom. On the next thing, which is going to be making an egg person. And I promise you I'll explain it in just a minute. Church Graham. I'm going through my folders. I'm not just having a stroke. So this is an artist named EggShe. She is sick. Go follow her and stuff. Go check her stuff out. She also does streams, which are really fun. Beatboxer, producer, DJ, icon, legend, person with dope hair. I'm not jealous at all. I don't know how. Woo! Woo! So sick. I was on her stream today. She placed a bet. She thought somebody was gonna be the winner of one of her punishments. If she gets it wrong, she's gonna have EggShe as her next album cover, I believe. Let's model EggShe and Blender. So first thing I'm gonna need to do is create a map. I have 2 photos to choose from. One has the hair out of her face, but the other is more dead on. The only problem with this one, half of her face is covered. There was a tiny gnat that I wanted to kill. I was flying around and I wanted to make sure I had the reverb turned on for it. I hope that worked out. My ultimate goal is to just paint in the eye. So mainly what I'm looking for here is just the area around here so we have a skin tone. There we go. See, we do need to cool it down just ever so slightly. Okay, that looks good. Let's do some skin tone. Here's a little trick I like to do. Make a mask, you hold Alt and click the mask, and that will basically make a completely empty one. Paint in all the areas you don't want it, because that's easier to look at sometimes. You make sure your mask is selected, and you just hit Control I, and bam. This is terrifying. And texturizer, sandstone, there it is. So you get a sandstone texture in your texturizer on a 50% gray and you set it to overlay. And look at that. We're gonna boost the contrast a little bit. You always want it a little bit more extreme so you can dial it in with the fill or whatever. We group all that. Let's paint in some of the skin tone. One thing that I'm thankful for is people willing to be vulnerable and share their experiences of their life through their music. Because there are some places and people that I will never see or be around and will have no clue how someone's living. Not a sharpen layer. I want a noise layer. That looked kind of sick. Get your contrast right in your and some text and you're set. Close to that, I think I got Blender up. First things first, let's make an egg. Let's see how it did just on the first pass. Terrible. Project from view. All right, so it looks like we need to move her face down. Bam, save that, Alt R, and how's that looking? Yeah. Oh, that's stupid. And then on the back side, we can do, oh, that's crazy looking. All right, so the next thing that I want to do, Hershey, if you're watching, just know I love you. This is not a slight. I'm not attempting to attack you. This is purely contractual. And by contractual, I mean, I really wanted to make it, and so I made it. Subdivision, apply that. I'm just gonna give it a little bit of depth. That's way too much depth. How far does a nose go out? That. Maybe if I just delete this, and then we'll reproject it in a second. That way I'm just messing with one set of vertices. I mean, that's the whole thing, right? Like, you have good quality assets and then you can make good quality stuff with it. So if you start off by making something, well, then when you go to, light it or do whatever, you're like, oh, I can actually do this thing. I can apply this light. I can do this technique because I have the extra detail or whatever I need from having made it right in the first place. It's obviously, time and schedule and whatever else goes into it. But if you have the time and the effort, just like spend a little extra time. Kind of looking like a GoldenEye character. I think once we add some subdivision, it'll kind of even out. I am but a simple boy. And then maybe if we just trace out the eyebrows, one of these boys, and thicken the eyebrow out. Mirror modifier. I could fuck with that. Terrifying. Yeah, look at that. That needs to be the album cover. I just want to see. Let's turn it in cycles. Let's do a bump map. Some roughness on the face. You know what? Let's actually make a bump map. I do have a pretty exciting thing for this upcoming Monday. 1 week from today will be Valentine's Day. And I have talked to my partner, and she is going to come on stream with me. And we're going to judge the art battle together. And we're going to do some art-related things. And maybe some just general stream fun stuff. Who knows? Tune in on Valentine's Day at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to have 3 PSDs: bump map, roughness, and color. I want to start first with the color to add some extra dimensionality. Just add a little bit of rosiness into the cheeks. I'm gonna dial it back some, but I think this will help add some dimensionality. Oh, that's way too much. And let's do a contouring layer too. Brighten up the eyes, lighten the tip of the nose, lips, underside of the cheek here, and then brighten the tops of the cheeks. And we're gonna take this whole thing down. And that just gives more definition to the face. See the glossiness? One thing we're gonna do with our roughness, this is roughness. This is how shiny or dull something is. Ooh, also just a slight bit of subsurface just to give it that little bit of skin, like see-throughiness, and the subsurface color will be this kind of red. There we go. You see in the tip of the nose there especially. Yeah, that's nice. That's gonna help push this believability. We will use this as a guide. We're gonna make the eyes pretty smooth. Both eyes. Lips, a little wonky, but it'll do. And then the lips we want not as much as the eyes, because the eyes are actually, you know, physically wet, but we do want them to be a little bit wetter than the skin. And box blur. So you see the eyes now have like a wetness to them, and lips do a little bit, but the skin doesn't have much. This is coming along. So let's get into the bump map now. Bump map, this is where we're gonna get all of our texture information. Black and white data, white being the highest point, black being the lowest point. Probably want everything a little more neutral. Who don't love an egg? You know, I want to be a serious artist sometimes and I want to make cool shit, but then I get on my stream and I make dancing hot dogs and egg people. Fuck it, I guess this is who I am. I wonder if Hershey's gonna watch this. Okay. Goose go. Boys are for goose go. I'm pretty satisfied with that. So now the question here is like, there's so many good names I was thinking of earlier. Cheaper by the dozen is good. Cracked, just yoking. Like there's so many options. We got an area light. Let's get a kicker. Damp track, -Z, object. And now it points to the object automatically so we don't have to mess with shit. Oh, that subsurface looks good. Oh, what do I name her? What do I call the album? There's excited, excellent, coming out of my shell, scrambled. Could be interesting if we did. I'm thinking if I add a wireframe to this and then an emission material, color into color. What other names could there be? I'ma let you finish. Sunny sized up. I need the whole cube in the frame. Hershey doesn't have piercings, does she? So that would also help sell this. No? No piercings? Okay. I'm gonna do this render and then I'm gonna add some like cool iconography stuff around it. Did you learn digital art by yourself? Yes and no. I went to college for graphic design, but I was kind of taught more traditional design. 3D modeling I learned all by myself. That I learned on the good old school of YouTube. I have a lot of visual knowledge from the school that I went to. I was traditionally trained in graphic design. This is like stuff that wasn't necessarily the kind of stuff they were teaching us. You learn the basics of design and then at some point you kind of apply it to whatever your passion is. Now, what do I name this album? Cheaper by the dozen, cracked up, just yoking around. What about EggShe? That's not bad. It needs something. Oh, you know, okay, here's what we could do. I think it's gonna be it for me. All right, I'm gonna save this out and I'm gonna end stream now. Thank you for watching tonight. Art battles, those are on Monday nights. We start the sample about 24 hours beforehand. The stream starts at 8 p.m. That's Model Mondays, that's tonight. And we judge at 9 p.m. Follow me on everything at ChurchGrimArt, churchgrimart.com. Thank you all for watching. I'll catch y'all later.